my case, people ask me why I travel. I'm sorry. People ask me why I travel so much. I grew up with that mantra. I have timed out on 2 of those options, so living fast is all I've got left. But you've got the occasional guy who maybe his ego, for whatever reason, drove him to suicide. He wants to leave a good-looking corpse, so he thinks he'll shoot himself in the heart. Well, there's still a few folks out there who think their heart is shaped like a valentine, located under their left breast pocket. They angle it in like this, pull the trigger. Bullet misses the heart, severs. It's directly on course now to sever the spinal cord. It's severed at probably T4 or T5. They collapse, they've dropped the gun and can't reach it, and for the rest of their life they're paralyzed from the chest down. And when they realize, if I thought I was a loser before, what the hell kind of loser will I be if I try to kill myself and fail? If I shoot myself and miss? And essentially it deglamorizes the thought of mentioning things like that to the person who has expressed some indication that they might be thinking of using a gun to end their life. Deglamorizes and, shall we say, disincentivizes the idea of the gun as the quick, clean, express checkup. And there's something you from the gun community can bring to the suicide prevention community that we've seen work, as we saw it work in Jim Reinhold's episode in Indiana, but is not currently in use. Essentially, your world as firearms instructors and theirs as suicide prevention fit hand in glove, and that's why I'm so glad to see so many of you here. I apologize for the sound system, and if there's any questions or comments I can field, I'm here for you. If not, I turn it back to my brother, Ralph D'Amico. Ralph? Wait, thank you. One other point I'd like to share with you, Ralph was talking about how this program is spread nationwide. I was teaching earlier this year in Ohio, Buckeye Firearms Association. They're copying it almost directly. And 2 weeks ago, I was teaching in the Seattle area, and when I went to renew my non-resident carry permit, they were handing out at the Sheriff's Department these pamphlets from the Washington State Fish and Wildlife Department, the title of which is now not just Firearm Safety and Hunter Safety. The title is now Firearm Safety, Suicide Awareness, the Law, and You. Ralph, you and your team have done great. Thank you.
And he asks why I call him Doctor. Very graphic, very true. It strikes home with a lot of us. What I'd like to do is remind you that there is a plethora of information and thumb drives up there. The thumb drives contain the little film clip. We ask you to think about using it in your instructor efforts. Do we have any other questions, or would anybody, any of the Firearms Safety Coalition members like to add anything? Sir?
We talked about getting further training through the coalition to make us better to teach our students about suicide prevention. Who does that, and where do we go to get the information on that?
The question is, how do we get more training provided by the coalition to better instruct their students?
I would suggest the leading authorities on that here. We have Kathy Barber, certainly Elaine DeMillo, Elaine Frank. You all, I believe, have her email address, Elaine Frank.
Elaine's here. She made it.
She made it. The woman who brought to get the only person in history to bring pro-gun and anti-gun together in a common productive cause and make it work.
Thanks for the exaggeration. But yeah, on the thumb drives and on the resource lists, you have email addresses for Ralph and I, and we would be happy to talk to anyone about how to bring this to your classes, provide additional materials, and talk with you.
Thank you. Glad you could make it. Were you flying Delta or United? Delta or United, Elaine?
Pardon?
Your delay. Delta or United?
Southwest.
Well, yeah,
I know.
Thank you very much for coming.
You're
Yes.
going to show the Utah PSA? The Utah PSA?
We don't know who has it.
Are we going to show the Utah PSA? You don't have it? It is on the thumb drive.
I also wanted to point out,
This.
in terms of training opportunities, the frequently asked questions are over on the table. These are frequently asked questions that come up in firearm classes on suicide. And this brochure has local data for New Hampshire. So these two items over there might be helpful to you.
And the frequently asked questions are on the thumb drive. Take a thumb drive. Answer.
What you're about to see is a little film clip made in Utah, their effort towards suicide awareness.
Last year I was at my lowest, going through some pretty serious depression. A couple friends of mine stopped by the house and said they were worried about me. Said they'd feel a lot better if they could hold on to their firearms until things turned around. I think they saved my life.
If your loved ones are struggling, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home, because things do get better.
So there you have it. Any other questions for the professionals out there?
Oh, I just have, you guys have a website with all this information as well?
Website? We don't.
NHFSC.org, NH Firearms Safety Coalition.org, NHFSC.org.
Who's in charge of that?
I don't know if you can hear me. I'm an NRA instructor, but I'm also a state representative. I'm an NRA instructor and also a state representative. And I just wanted to say I really appreciate the efforts that you're doing, but if we're going to keep this out of the government's hands, we have to put a lot of effort into this, because I know there's going to be red flag laws coming up this year, and it's not just Democrats, because I know some Republicans that are sponsoring them, and they're going to use these figures, and they won't mention it's just half of the deaths and suicides. They're going to use the total amount as justification for those laws. We want to stop those laws and keep these types of programs like this. It's really important that we make them work, because otherwise the government's going to step in and the laws will take over. And some of these red flag laws in other states, I mean, they discourage people from getting help, because you go in for an eating disorder and they can take your guns away.
Right. The effort.
Thank you very much for coming. Enjoy take some snacks and chat with Mr. Ayoob here if you can.
Nobody's going anywhere until the rain stops. So keep talking.
Croc TV.